Restitution, that's not cheap. I owe the government 143,000.
What the $143,000?
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book 91. We are giving you guys a review of Love After Lockup, but we're doing specifically with Brittany and Ray, £143,000 restitution. And the question we're kind of asking is, if you are in a couple like this, do you start paying money for the restitution as well? He hasn't got a job at this moment. What is the protocol? What's the next step for a couple like this going forward? We want to discuss it in this review. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you do me a favor, do yourself a favor. You like it, you share, you subscribe, and you click on that bell button for the notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals, you get the minerals. Listen, don't get it twisted, baby. Let's get into this particular video, but let's get the conversation flowing first by getting the outro going. All righty.
Little Black Book, you know what time it is.
Hey, don't forget as well, grab your bottle down below. Stay hydrated as well. All right, cool. Let's talk about this couple. So, Brittany and Ray are interesting because obviously we had the first situation that happened with them, which was more about her not telling her family exactly that he had moved in. Now we've got a whole situation where he's hidden some information from her about his restitution. And I think the reason why he made this point in case as why he didn't tell her was because he felt like he didn't want her to know and he didn't want her to be mad. That's what he said as his reasoning to why he did what he did. We can actually watch it here.
Just came out of nowhere. He's never mentioned this to me. How much do you have to pay every month?
I don't know, whenever I get...
Now, for a man to be having 143,000 debt restitution resting on his head, that can be quite the pressure and quite the weight on one's shoulder. And I think what he's starting to realize is, okay, ring, babies, this, that, they all cost money. And at the moment, I don't have a job. And number two, I've got a lingering debt that wants to hang me with a noose around my neck. And that's creating its own pressure. It's creating its own frustrations as well. And this actually can play out in the course of a relationship. But the most important thing is to ask this question. What type of couple are we? Where are we going? And what are we doing? Now, listen, I am all for joining together efforts in a venture to try and tackle the mounting of a problem. The difficulty here is she may be very, very sure that she's going to marry him. Does he have that confidence that he's going to marry her? Are they confident that they're going to be united as a front in all their ways? Because if that's the case, then by all means, sis, start helping him pay that restitution. But if we're not sure we're going to get to that place, if we've only been together for a short while, we don't really know what our destination really is, then let's not even think about trying to double up efforts here. You just focus on you getting onto that plan and paying off those restitutions. The key thing here to ask that question, we actually did a video around this about whether we should be helping our partners with money, etc. Is that what plan does he have to pay off that money? That's the most important thing, because then you know exactly where his mindset is. Is he willing to tackle it or is he not willing to tackle it? Right? What you don't want to be lumbered with is a debt and then he then breaks up with you later on and you're still paying his debt. What you want to be aware of is, what is my role here? And not only that, what is your role as a man who has this debt, as his restitution? What are you looking to do? You see, you have to allow men sometimes to figure ish out. Yeah? Sometimes you've got to let them figure it out, or at least let them execute. They need time to execute. Sometimes men just need time to execute. They need time to execute. And they need time to know how to do it themselves so they can stand on their own 2 feet and so that they can actually feel like a man. Am I saying don't help him? No. But what I am saying is, you've got to be very cautious now with you trying to take, if you try to take the lead, Brittany, on trying to pay this 143,000, thinking it's going to help us. It may do if we have joint efforts and we really are sure where both of us are going and where we're heading, then by all means. But if we're not sure, I think we might stay in our corner. Now, she's expressed quite clearly she wants a ring. You know, she wants a baby, etc., etc. And actually, he's expressed quite clearly he actually wants to start working. This is not something that he's not looking to do. He actually wants to do.
I'm ready to get back to work. I want to make me some paychecks. I'm tired of asking you for money.
I just, just as long.
And that's something that we can appreciate. There's a drive there. He actually wants to have his own. And that's completely different. And obviously, I guess that comes from the fact that his family as well, the way they're set up, we saw in the last few episodes back, the way they're set up, he's not going to be the type of guy that's going to rest on his laurels. He wants to be able to work. He wants to be able to make his money. He wants to have a little bit of freedom through being able to have his own income. Here's my thing. Whenever you build a man up in this kind of way, whenever you support a man up in this kind of way, and in this capacity where you are the romantic partner, is he going to outgrow you in the long term? If he finally becomes successful, makes money, makes bread, and is making to a point where he's even making more than you, will you be his type still? I think sometimes women engage in situations where they become saviors and think that this is going to automatically mean a relationship that's going to be for them. But actually, I think sometimes women have a great heart to support him. And I'm talking about away from Brittany now. Support him as a friend. Don't support him as a lover. Support him as a friend. Give him the opportunity to see if he can do it. Right? Because sometimes what happens, like for instance, what Brittany's doing right now, she's engaged in a relationship where he's not her equal at this moment, right? He might bring other things to the table, but he's not equal in terms of finances. Okay, cool. He hasn't managed to get a job. He's been supported by her on her 2 feet, but the hope is that one day he'll return the favor. What if he doesn't return the favor? What if he doesn't make the kind of money you think he's going to make? What if he can't make that kind of money? What if his felonies don't allow him to? Are we going to say, are we going to now cuss? We've got to ask some real questions. Sometimes you're in the wrong position. Sometimes you are playing wifey when really you should be playing friend. You shouldn't be wifey. Sometimes you shouldn't be wifey. Sometimes you should be a friend and support that person and give them the support that they need. And you'll find out whether this person really will like you for you or will like you for something else. Because now your heart's open and you want him to return the favor. You want him to show you love, affection, and care. It's a bit tight. It's a bit tight, And she's obviously got a time scale. She said, listen, next few years, we want to be engaged. Next 5, married and a baby. And I think for him, let me just get myself back in relation. I think for him, in terms of the way he sees things, he can't see that far yet because he financially is not stable. He financially hasn't got income. He's consistently having to ask Brittany for money. He doesn't like the position he's in. No man really who knows how to work, who has a 2-2 brain, will want to be in that position. But he is in that position due to the fact that he went to jail. So for me, watching them two, the arguments around money are going to be probably magnified. But if he doesn't find a job where he can actually make money, he's going to feel bad and she's going to feel bad. Right? And for 2 different reasons. What's important here is that there's 143,000 restitution. What is our plan tackling this? Is it a we ting or is it an I ting? And if it's a we ting, we need to know where we are going in this relationship, because I'm not just about to start paying £143,000 in restitution money. That's not mine, but it's yours. That's dedication to the commitment of us two being together. That's not a light commitment. That's not light. Very heavy burden. So I just wanted to say that little piece there for Brittany and Ray. Do you agree? Should she be paying money to help his restitution or she should not? Let us know in the comment section down below. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. We will see you guys soon.
Little black girl, you know what time it is.